Welcome back to the channel, or welcome in if you're new. Hey y'all, this is just a quickie energy check because you know what day it is. Yeah, it's the new moon eve, okay? But we're in, we're all awash of that energy right now. It's just exquisite. And the funniest thing, the thing I was thinking about earlier, this is a masterful moment in history, in the planetary history, actually coming of age in Aquarius, and having so many big heavenly bodies doing dances, which they're normally kind of out there doing, having all of this beautiful new moon energy in the Sagittarian sector, all of that with the huge distraction that is the world right now. It just seems so highly ironic because of all the times where we would want to really focus. It's kind of hard to focus on our dreams and our prosperity when we're looking at so much disparity or seeming disparity. So you know what? You know what the mission is, kids? You know what the deal is? The deal is that it is definitely time to learn how to focus. Okay, we were like the last generation who has any kind of clue of how much creative energy the human has, because a lot of the new people, they are part of the new system, utterly entrenched in the modernization, and wow, I mean, anyway, feel very, very blessed to be who you are, where you are, and do your best not to be distracted by the big show, okay? That's kind of the whole idea of all of this. And I'm not really even sure. I got 3 decks in front of me. I mean, we may as well pull a card or two about the new moon, since it's knock, knock, here it goes. But I'm really excited for it, and that's the thing. We can utilize this energy to full potential and just create some crazy magic in our lives if we can focus our attention on what we want most. And like I said, it seems highly ironic that right now we have the biggest show on earth, literally. So it's kind of hard to look away from the train wreck or that wreck on the side of the road, but it's really important that we grab our wheel and look straight ahead at our own lane and try to stay in between those lines, at least those lines. The rest of it, creative madness, go crazy, start dreaming, dream big. Like I was thinking the other day, people have these vision boards, and I'm like, you know what? Everything around you, which pertains to, sometimes we get the beauty card and the grace cards. And I really feel like our walls, where we are, where we spend our time, and our home, that those are really our vision boards. And we may not even realize it. So I think that the mindfulness card also comes to mind, about how every little detail, our subconscious picks it up. It works magic on us one way or another, okay? And there's not a whole lot we can control out there, but we can control pretty much everything in our vicinity, and that's the name of the game. Don't give anything away right now. Don't give your power away. Don't give your attention away to something that makes you feel bad, because when you feel bad, you draw on bad stuff. Okay, it's just that simple, y'all. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to give the grace cards a quick shuffle and just get like a general energy. Let me turn this down. I keep looking for escapes and playlists that are completely instrumental, but they're not. They lying. Because I just put one on that was instrumental indie and left the room and came back in, and Eminem was shouting at me. I thought, okay, all right. So I guess really all I want to know is how we can rise above. Spirit message. Let me just talk about this real quick, y'all. This is important, okay? For the longest time, I really didn't give it its due, this sort of warring energy being out there in the ether or wherever it wherever it's doing its battle. I used to think that anxiety, they'd call them panic attacks, and I would laugh at that. I'd be like, panic doesn't attack. Well, you kind of can, and so there's a battle. Okay, I'm going to acquiesce into that. There is definitely a battle, but my point of all of the conversations that I tend to have with people about it is that if you don't want them in, you ain't got to let them in. But I will also acquiesce to the fact that sometimes we're looking the other direction, the kind of, and also I was corrected on a feed from saying dark forces, but it is the perfect analogy. So I will say the lower vibrations. The lower vibrations, they get coming for you, okay? They can feel your love. And right now they're grasping for air. It's like a huge, people think that it's the societal division that's the biggest impact, but it's not. It's what's going on outside of all of that in the energetic realm. And I am going to absolutely go down on the side of it really is happening. Okay? And this is where people are like, I'm a good person, and why would that happen to me? Well, it's going to happen to you. And the other thing is, as good as we think we are, we run some stuff, y'all. We run some stuff from the inside. So this was the other C. I told you I was bombarded today, and I finally had to come on before I lose them all. Be careful about how you're thinking about other people in your situation. And I say that all the time, but here's the specific is when you're complaining in your head. That person's too loud, or those neighbors are slamming the door too hard, or that guy keeps letting his cat poop in my yard, or just any of the acknowledgement. God, this is so important. I'm glad it came up. Any of the acknowledgement that you're giving in your headspace, outer or inner, whatever, your inner dialogue of reaction, emotional reaction to anything, that's what they're riding in on. Okay? That's what they're using. That's what they want the light for energy. This is all new to me, y'all. This is coming right now. They want the light for energy, but they ride in on discontent. So what am I saying? I'm saying that, God, I hate country music, or God, I hate that song, or all of that's got to go. Because you're identifying, not only verbatim in your head or even out loud, you're identifying the things that are low vibration in your world for you, and that's what they go to. That's what's being utilized against us, is any malcontent or discontent or dislike or angst, anything connected to that. And we are like, as humans, we do everything through symbology. Okay? Oh, it's just such a web. It's a web of associative stuff, and humans are really kind of hung up on symbology for sure. This means that kind of thing. But you're like, well, what? That's a stupid song. I can't dislike that. So you can dislike it all you want, but as long as you're staying in that energy, your gates are wide open, okay? Because they're going to use everything. I've gotten to the point where I like everything. I don't really care. It doesn't pertain to me. I mean, these are the things that go in my head. That does not pertain to me. That is none of my business. And that keeps me on a more neutral ground. But I was thinking about it today. We do a lot of complaining in our heads. It's an emotional reaction, and that's what they're picking up on. The vibration of our emotional reaction. And when it's anything less than that middle hover, that's all fair game, and they're going to use it, and they will amplify that in your world to keep your focus on what makes you discontented. I know, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty diabolical. It's pretty funny, actually, if you think about it. Highly obvious. But so yeah, my message today is try not to dislike anything. Okay? You can say, yeah, but I have a right to dislike that because that is blah 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 blah. Well, yes, you do. But as long as you're in that space of acknowledging what you do not like, you're at a vibration where you're totally open and fair game. Okay? Okay? That's why joy is so important, y'all. Sorry about that if that picked up on my thing. So, okay, I'm going to give that a rest, and let's just consult the cards, because that was a huge message, and I literally forgot that I wanted to tell you all that, so I'm glad it came out. Let's just see what's going on anyway. So take advantage of this moon energy. It's gigantar. And I know I've said that before, but a lot of them are. And this one is gigantar, never to be seen again. And again, like I said in the last video, it's not so much the thing, it's all of the stuff that's involved with the thing. So it's not so much the new moon in Sagittarius, it's the new moon in Sagittarius at this critical time with all those other movements happening in the celestial area. You know, and it's vibratory, it's energetics. So don't think that you're exempt, because you're not. If you're a human being, not one of the automated, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it, okay? And so the way that you can not be afraid of the energy, even though it is gonna stir the pot a little bit, is to just, you know, focus. Decide. Make the decision of what you actually want to see, and then think about that. And it seems so overly simplistic when I say it like that, but it's actually that simple. And it's not easy to do, but it's not as hard as you think if you realize what's at stake. You're manifesting every second, and you get to choose, you know, the direction of the manifestation by how you choose to arrange that thought process in your head, or if you just let it come. Well, that's just the thought, it just comes in, I don't have any control over that. Well, yeah, you do. Okay, you're very magical and very, very powerful. Okay, is she done lecturing? I'm not sure. I hope so. I know you do too. Okay, I don't have a good handle on these. Yeah, so I mean, it is that simple. I wish it was, you know, more glittery than that, but it's really a matter of, at this point, everything's supporting us right now to do exactly that. Separate ourselves from the vision of what you do not want. Okay? All right, I'm just going to do a fan spread on these. I will save us all that shuffle thing that I'm still working on. This is how I normally do it, and the card just kind of identifies me usually. Okay, I think I feel the one we want. Oh, well, this is all right. Okay, we got strength. You got strength. Face your fear. Every challenge is a blessing in disguise, a gift that makes us stronger, more conscious, and ultimately more alive. So, you know, it's like, okay, this time here, I am the queen of analogies, I guess. You know, I think stories are valuable. But this is like you're at the amusement park, because it's not that dire of a situation if you don't let it be that. You can either be riding a ride, or you can be out in the parking lot worried about your car being broken into. I mean, it's like that. But you're in the amusement park, and you're getting on the tilt-a-whirl. You may not know what that is, but it's this thing, it's this round thing, and they strap you in. And you're standing up, and there's a whole bunch of people in the roundy, and they strap you in, and it starts the centripetal forces. Yeah, and it's kind of scary. I would talk about the roller coasters, but I did that once, and I'm no roller coasters, but yeah, the tilt-a-whirl, and then it goes really, really fast, and you're strapped in there. You hope you're strapped in there, and then it kind of tilts a little bit. Yeah, okay, it's like that. It's gonna stop. You still got your straps. You're still in control of your straps. You can unstrap yourself when it's safe to come out, and then you can get out. Okay, it's like that. So when it says face your fear, that's pretty much it. And you got the strength to do it. Just be pragmatic about it, okay? I mean, I'm telling you, and I'm probably going to get in trouble saying this, but I have a book full of like what I call bumper sticker sayings, and one of them is pragmatism saves when Jesus is busy. So just think about it, and if you really need to know that, and I look up words all the time, and I'm a linguist. Okay, so I was an English major. Sometimes you would never know that, but look it up. Okay, like I'm the numerology girl, but I constantly look stuff up. A while ago, I was in the kitchen, I saw 333. I'm like, I need to go see what that's all about, So those are the little things that you can keep yourself informed, keep yourself connected to that spiritual journey and to the magic of life. Okay, do that for yourself. Don't let those little instances pass you by. And then the energy right now is just walk into the ghost, just face the fear. Okay, things are going to get rocky. I might have to move, and I'm just like, okay, well then I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to go ahead and pack a few things that I don't actually use, so that if that comes up, or when that does come up, it's going to come up. Which I'm excited about, but there's so many unknown variables that I could easily, if I didn't know better, slip into a bunch of fear mode, of what ifs and oh gosh, and what, but instead you just get pragmatic, you get practical. You're like, okay, this is coming. I don't know when, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how things are going to, I don't know any of the dynamics, but I'll do what I can on my end of the deal to be prepared. And you keep yourself busy when you do stuff like that, okay? You keep yourself busy, and you keep yourself out of that lower vibratory, reachable echelon, okay? So that's beautiful. You do have the strength, especially astrologically, and I know the angels are stepping up right now, absolutely stepping up, okay? We are all being held and supported and protected. All right, but you got to keep your mindset on that. Yeah, and I don't like saying you have to do this and you have to do that, but you have to. You kind of got to trust the deal right now. You got to trust the motion of the ocean and just know that you're not going to go under. If you're supposed to go under, you'll go under, and you won't know the difference. You'll be out in the ether having fun. All right, I'm going to do a Sacred Rebels Oracle card for us, y'all. I'm sorry I did that again. I need to take this out of my lap. I have a feeling that on the mic that's going to be loud. I apologize. All right, let's do it again. But thank you for being here, y'all. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm supposed to say that. I'm supposed to put that reminder in there. And also, you know what? If you want to share the video, that'd be great. It might be good for somebody who wouldn't normally see my video. Somebody who doesn't go on the YouTube very often. So, they could use a heads up as well, right? All right, bottom of the deck. I will show that, but Against the Grain, number 4. Number 4, that's a Thor number, number 4. About money, it's square, it's brown, it's sturdy. Number 4, Against the Grain. So that's what we've been talking about. It's across the board for every single person on the planet. There's going to be some sort of motion in the ocean, okay? So it might feel like you're going against the grain, but really just relax. Just try and relax, because the only time we get ourselves into trouble is when we're struggling against the flow of stuff. For a lot of reasons, because we think we know better, because it's uncomfortable, pansy up. And I don't know why they use pansy in our language as somebody who's not very strong, but the truth is pansies are quite hardy. I'm doing this again, y'all. I know we had bottom of the deck, but I feel the need to do this again. I'm going to cut it 3 times, twice actually. And let's see what's going on. Okay, so it might feel like you're going against the grain, but don't worry about it, okay? It's exactly the way things are supposed to be. Just relax, breathe. It's happening exactly as it should be, okay? The word wants to be written. Well, for all of you, and that's a 42, which reduces to 6. So for all of you out there, You're trying to write a book, stop trying and just do it. Dedicate some time, y'all. It's just like dedicating some time to your spiritual, magical life. You know, looking at you see recurring numbers. Look them up. Invest in yourself. Invest your time in you. Okay, 42, y'all. Now, this is bottom of the deck. Don't let me forget. Exactly what I said. You have angelic support. You are being heard by source. You might want to put it in a journal. Put it on a piece of paper, float it in water for a few days till it disintegrates, and then put it in the garden. You know, write your book. For me, it's my blog. My blog is heavily neglected. And also this channel. You know, so maybe we need to just get busy on ourselves, get busy on our own point of view. Okay, so much of the way we operate is based on stuff that we've been given, and that's okay. It served its purpose, but right now we're all being charged with stepping up and writing our own story. You know, going with the flow, but not of the flow of what has been presented for us in this 3D realm. The flow of our own juices, our own momentum, our own dreams. Okay? All right. So nobody's naked on there. That's good. And I will read the 6 number real quick. Balance. Finding your voice. Self-expression. So this could also, you know, not only the writing thing might not be literal. Maybe you're a speaker. Maybe you want to be a speaker. Maybe you need to have a conversation with someone. This is the perfect time. I don't know why I keep thinking this, but there's a lot of lion energy. And I'm not seeing it astrologically, so what I'm feeling is this, there's just spiritual protection. The lion energy that just keeps coming in for me. So I feel like, yeah, we are being supported in recognizing our own strength, because we're way stronger than we think we are. And don't wait to be tested to know that, you know, or the universe will kind of just send you stuff constantly to test you so that you know you're strong. You got to acknowledge it, okay? Or it's just, okay, see what I'm saying? Seeing the true you. Awesome. Seeing the true you. It's number 29, which is also, I don't know why I'm looking at the back of it. 29, which is also what? 11, which is also 2. So I just want to look up 20. Y'all, please. Numbers have vibrations. It's important. Time for a change. It's the master builder number. Building you. You, the real you, okay? The one that we had, it served its purpose, okay? But it is the big evolution in our existence. And it's time to figure out who we are and build on what we want to be, what we want to see, okay? Number 11. Intuition, illumination, nobility, because you are. Virtue and expansion. Some of that Jupiter energy. And I know Jupiter is in a weird position. I can't remember what. I mean, maybe Jupiter is retrograde at the moment. I'm not sure. But here's what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm not going to take the time to read all of this. Seeing the true you, we can kind of get that. But what I think is important is that you're able to just read this whole synopsis on the Seeing the True You card, the 29 card, 11-2, because we all absorb at different rates, and I don't think my dissertation on here is going to give you what you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the pictures. She's not naked, so we good. Shoot the pictures, and I'm going to shoot these pages in the book. But let me just see if anything pops out. Sometimes we believe what others tell us we are. Hello, kitty. I told you, we are little autonomons. I don't even know if that's a word. Is that a word? We were crafted. We were built by our parents, by our society, by our teachers, by our clergy, by our friends. And sometimes we stay in that mode. I mean, in another time, we stayed in that mode. We stayed in the craft work of the rest of those around us. That's why this is so exciting, y'all. That's why this time is so exciting, because we are no longer in that captive energy. All of a sudden, we get to draw our own deal. We pick our own colors. We can draw our own pictures in our book. We can write the book. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to spread the word that it's time for that. You know, and it's not like a fault of past generations that they didn't really do that. A lot of them, the energies didn't support that. The energies right now are supporting this new freedom, this new ability to craft our deal. Okay? So I hope you'll take advantage of that. It just takes a little work. It takes a little work wiggling out of the pre-programming and the other stuff that we already, you know, it's kind of a mire. Then seeing what's left and having to reckon with that, and then being willing to be humble enough to start recreating. But understanding that the huge joy and the huge benefit and the huge gift is that we get to do it however we want. Okay? All right, so sometimes we believe what others tell us we are, as though the self we see reflected back to us through their eyes is truth. And it is, as long as we accept it. Yet the accuracy of a reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. If the receiver okay, I'm not going to go through that. So it's basically saying, you just try, you know, one of the last things my mother told me is consider the source. And that will be subject to your perceptions. So it gets hairy, it gets deep. But consider the source before you allow an assessment that's been filtered through something that might be muddy affect you and change you and craft you. Okay? That's all over. That's all over. Okay? This oracle has come to you because you have been putting rather too much faith in the reflections of the others and the reflections that they have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you were becoming because you believe too little of yourself. And that's the other part of the programming that I have a little bit of a problem with this. We've basically been contained. We've been conditioned to be embarrassed of our greatness, of the things that we do well, of the faculties of the facets of our personality that shine. You know, and even face to face, a lot of times we may even we may act like we're joking, but we're not, or they might not be joking. We get shamed for standing in our light, you know. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and just have some humility about your greatness, okay? But by all means, acknowledge your greatness, at least inside. Because that's when really big stuff starts to happen in your world, all right? Okay, I'm going to shoot these pages and put this on the community page for us, for you, for us. And I'm going to do one more card and then I'll let you go, okay? And for heaven's sakes, I know, I was thinking about this earlier too. It's like, when is this age of introspection going to kind of finally end, for God's sake? You know, last retrograde season, that was the motion in the ocean. You go inward and look at yourself, you know, and then even when it wasn't retrograde season, it was all about self-reflection and reassessments. Well, guess what? We're not out of that yet, okay? Yeah, I'm hoping at least for a while it's like a final reassessment where we can take that information, make those decisions, and just do something with them. Because, like, I'm a Sagittarius, I want to get something done, all right? But, you know, it's valuable. It's valuable to go round and round. If it's necessary, let's just do it. Go round and round so you get it right. Because once this little extra eddy of self-reflection is over, we've made some decisions that are going to, like, They're going to be in motion for a long time. Let's just put it like that. I mean, I could talk about the next 6 months, but I'm really talking about even further out than that. Definitely the next couple of years. Okay. So it's important. It's important. Your focus right now is Superfly. Important. All right. So this is the power. I don't know why I had a little blurred the last time I was on here, but this is the power of the Elements Oracle deck, and I love these. I'm getting better at reading them because half the time I don't even tell you what the element is on the card. All right, let's see what we get. I'm going to try and do this little thing here. And you can have a laugh if you wish. It's all right. Have a laugh on me. I love that. Have a laugh on me. All right, let's see. I'll pretty much take anything that pops up at this point. Still getting used to doing that again. Oh, my hands are coming back to life. Y'all, I have these little teeny tiny veins. I mean, a lot of my veins just completely collapsed through the ordeal, and they're starting to fill in. It's not exactly comfortable, but I know it's something really cool that's happening with my body and coming back to life and everything, and so I'm trying to like flow with it. Yeah, but anyway, anywho, okay, this one's number 25, so if 25 resonates in any way. Also 7, that's a hierarchy number, and you know I'm going to look that up. Okay, I want to give you the info on that. Well, this is amazing. I mean, it's like the most consistent, well, it's not a lot of them are consistent, but embrace life. Be true to your authentic self. It's time for us to get to know ourselves, to get to love ourselves, get to craft ourselves. Get rid of the baggage that's been given us, which is okay. It's okay. It's served its purpose. Thank you for all that. Thank you for that programming because it got me where I'm at now. It's kind of the attitude. And now I get to do my own thing. So I no longer want to behave like that. I no longer think this way. I have these new ideas. I have a new attitude. I want to be myself. And if people don't like me because I'm chipper in the morning, well, I'll come around in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Just adapt with love. Be yourself because it's really important right now. And when you're standing in your own power, you're creating something huge in your world. Okay? I mean, because you're absolutely putting your hand up to those other forces that are trying to make you be what you've always been. You don't want this change. That's why they're a little squirmy right now, because they know that we're all kind of like rising up in ourselves. And yes, there was a big separation. They got to keep a bunch of people, but that's just the way it is. You know, that's their story. It's all right. It's all right. You know, things and systems change, and this is a huge one. So just be patient with yourself. Be patient with other people. Wish everyone well. You know, court what you want to court. And don't use any of that other crap as an excuse not to be happy in your world. Well, yeah, but I've got this one friend and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? You don't have to hang around that friend. It's time to make those bigger moves like that so that you can create the harmony and create the space in your world for these new energies to come in and really... It's going to be like night and day. I mean, I haven't even wrapped my own head around this huge thing. But I know, I feel so jazzed about it. So it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Okay, so 25 or 7. Embrace life. And this is the soul card. I do know that. The circles are soul, baby. Okay, so it's ether energy all over this reading. Okay, 25. And I even got the thing in there and I'm still looking for it. Okay. 25. 25, gratitude and hope. Let me tell you something. I was just thinking about that this morning too. Here at the lair, it is a, I don't even know what day it is, but it felt like Sunday because it was a holiday. Okay. And like a lot of people were around the complex who normally are not around. It just felt like Sunday to me. And I started thinking about the church thing, and I started thinking about the holidays, and then I was thinking about, Christmas, and how it's like at Thanksgiving, everybody suddenly is thankful. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, it's like hourly in my world. I'm not trying to put anybody down. It's like a beautiful occasion. I'm really happy that the families get together. I think all of that is a great mechanic in our society. But it's just that, I watch it, it's almost like a theatric in my head, because it's like all of a sudden people come alive with joy and the spirit of giving and trying to be nice, and in about 2 weeks, or 4 weeks or whatever it is, it's like back to, no, I know. So anyway, so what was it? Gratitude. Embrace your gratitude, because it will change your life. If there's something that's really bugging you and you're not liking it, number one, you're inviting those lower beings, those lower energies to come in and screw with you and take your attention, okay? Because you're in complain mode, right? But the other thing is if you have things that bother you in your world, stop thinking about it so much. Think more about what you're grateful for than what you're not grateful for, and you will be in the running, okay? Bottom line. And it's not, it can be difficult to do that, because we are so conditioned to focus on the negative and what needs to be fixed and what ain't going right, Like we're the little fixers. You don't need to be a fixer. You just need to acknowledge what you love and grow it by doing that, okay? So gratitude, hope, transformation for self-growth, my loves. And then number 7, it's crazy. This is crazy. This is exactly the card. This is exactly all of the energy right now. Synchronistic introspection. There's a word. Go within, all right? And heed your intuition. Okay. There's a big difference between fear and intuition, but intuition is not always something that's warning you about stuff. Okay. And also, intuition is not a time release thing. Intuition, you can carry a fear. You can carry a fear. You can carry a fear for a couple of hours. You can carry anxiety. But you don't carry intuition. Intuition. Ooh, maybe I'll call my channel Intuition. I'll start a new channel, Intuition. Or you can take it. It's cool. It's spontaneous. It's in the moment. Okay? So that's how you can tell the difference. All right? Your intuition is a flash. It's in the moment. And please start listening to that instead of focusing on trying to be the fixer of the world or complaining about, assessing everything and then going into the head dissertation about why something bugs you or why that shouldn't be. You've got to stop yourself on that. You got to flip your switch, find something to be grateful for, okay? Embrace the life that you have. Come into your own. And to do that, you need all that attention that you're giving to all that other stuff. You need your attention on you right now, okay? So embrace your life, embrace who you are, embrace what you want to be, and start focusing on those things. And do it now. We're right in the middle of this high new moon in Sagittarius, and it can give you so much, okay? So focus on blessings, focus on what you want, focus on what makes you feel good, what makes you feel enthusiastic, what makes you feel accomplished. Do it. All that other stuff is like fleeting. It's like scratching an itch. If you keep scratching, you're going to have a wound. Okay, scratch it and move on. Okay, scratch your little itch. and then move back into your gratitude and start creating some stuff in your world. Okay, that's all I got to say, y'all. Thank you for being here. Meet me on the community page. I will post this Sacred Rebels Oracle card for us. And yeah, thanks for being here. Happy New Moon. Happy everything. I love you. Thank you for being here. If you got anything out of this reading, please hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. All right, I'll see you later.